Okay, Saints, here's part 3. In this video, this man discusses cutting off heads, chopping off people's heads. And we know that on the fez hat, the Masons have a sword, and they have talked about in the past they cut off the heads of the Christians and some people from inside the army who have come out and have revealed that the government has bought all of these guillotines and boxes, black boxes. And so these guillotines are out there, and this man talks about chopping off heads.
One physicist predicted that the internet would become a pause, and grandpas log on to the internet. Then 50% of the internet will be pornography.
He talks about how they created the internet, which if you look at the internet is made up of numbers. And those numbers, and they've created Facebook, email, Gmail, Chrome, it's all 666, and the staff of the Mason, the eye, the surveillance, it's all from the Antichrist, the monster drinks to deaden your brain. Oh, and by the way, in my previous video, my first video, I said that I had gotten up to make coffee. The reason why was I had a terrible headache. And the day before, God had told me to stop drinking coffee. Well, it gave me a headache because it is a drug. It's a type of drug. Coffee, it can be a type of drug. And there's been times God has had me stop for a year. But then I got back into drinking it after my daughter had a baby, and I was up with her. We got up early, and so we would drink coffee together. So I got back onto it. Anyways, so I wanted to show you that the first Apple computer sold for this amount. Yes, that is true, a true fact. And if you look at this image, there's 2 apples, but if you focus your eyes, you see an alien with black eyes. This is no joke, guys. The God of the air is here, and he is in everything. The CERN machine is 666. And if you look at the Hebrew alphabet, because these are Kabbalists, these people are Kabbalists, they worship the wandering stars, which are what we call planets. They worship them, and then they create everything around our earth is created around them, because they have believed the lies of these fallen angels and created a system on the earth to entrap and to harm people. And if you look at the letter of the Hebrew alphabet, Vav, it is 6. And in the computers and all the whole thing is built on this system of 666. Even the sun distance is down to 666. Everything is. So I'm trying to look for this one thing and show you. Anyways, the point that I was getting to, even the priests wear on their belt 666 in pictures, and they mock us for not knowing. Where is it? Must be on the previous one. I'm sorry. Technology can be frustrating sometimes. The World Wide Web is www, which is 666. There's a box at Apple, a big, huge box. And so these people work for our enemy. All of this is about the God of the air, the God of the air waves, Air Force, the God of forces. That's the armed forces across the whole world. These people have nothing but destruction of the humanity in their minds. Obama talked about in the White House about the Brain Initiative program. And if you watch my previous one, they want to destroy us, just like they destroyed the planet with all this junk. It was beautiful before, and now they're making people very dark. This is the tempter. This is the enemy that God warned us about. And my point was that this has crept into the churches, and now the churches are talking about a reset of your brain. Because men crept in unawares, have gotten into the churches, and are trying to get the people to take the mark. Even MacArthur, one of the false prophets, false teachers, false Christs, who's a Mason, is telling people you can take the mark of the beast and you can still be saved. This is not what the Word of God says. The Word of God says that if you take the mark of the beast, you will be thrown in the lake of fire. And the lake of fire is the fire that burns eternally, and the burning ascends up to heaven eternally. It doesn't say it doesn't say for just a certain amount of time. It's eternal. So that is these men are working for Lucifer, the light bearer. Who bears the light? Where's the light coming from? Look at this screen. It's a light. It's the God of the airwaves, the light that leads to darkness, 1,000 points of light. It's Luciferian, and this is how they control humanity, is through the TV. If you think of media like the TV media, all the news stations, they're red, blue, and white, because those are colors of brainwashing. And it's called media because it's a medium. It's a way of controlling. And I also want to show you this. Please watch this video. I've done this before. Television will kill you. Patent to prove it. If you look at this guy exposes that TV is literally black magic. Okay, so these people who I just showed you the last video, they say they created the TV, the World Wide Web, and everything. These are Masons, Jesuits, and Shriners. They're scientists, but they're really doing black magic, alchemy. And alchemy is a way of controlling humanity. And remember, Jesus said there's no peace on earth. People think they have peace, but they don't. They don't have peace. This is a way of controlling humanity. And this video by Richie from Boston is about how I'm going to skip through to how the God of the air, let's see, is destroying our children. It just breaks my heart. But I want to show you where he shows about the television. Okay, yes, here it is. So the television is a scrying mirror, like a witch's mirror. All right? It gives you an image, a vision. It puts a vision in your brain, and it talks about how they force their way into heaven. Now, if you look at what it is made up of, it's made up of magic. This is all magic. And they got all of the resources from the ground. They dug in the ground to get all these metals and all the resources, all the gold and everything, to build their technology, because they were listening to the fallen angels, the wandering stars. And then they created these things to control humanity, like Egypt. You know, if you look on your dollar bill, it's about the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. So this is literally, the TV is literally magic. So are the computers. And it's their way of control. So they use the media to make people believe a lie. And it says in the Bible that they loveth to maketh a lie. They're Revelation chapter 22, verse 15, I think it is. Anyways, watch this, and then just keep watching my videos. I have to stop this one. God bless you all.